Elder Park family. We wanted to make this video to reach out to you and to make a connection with you and let you know how we're thinking about ministry these days. So many things have changed in the last week here at Elder Park and everywhere else. A lot of our plans got thrown out the window and we've had to quickly adjust. So thanks so much for being flexible with us while we're figuring things out.
Just like the rest of you, the two of us have been challenged and, disturbed by the stream of, bans and restrictions and warnings and lockdowns. Everyone's using really strong language to describe what's going on, and for good reasons. Our authorities, they need us to take their recommendations seriously, and we're trying to all do that.
And yet some of this really strong language can have unintended effects on us. It can make us anxious and tense and frustrated. It can be hard to live in that balance of being careful and attentive, but also living with the peace that Christ afforded us. So the two of us are praying that all of us will be able to kind of feel that balance even in the midst of all this turmoil.
Since the new restrictions started impacting our ministry less than a week ago, the two of us have been working through lots of administrative and pastoral situations. We've been working to translate our worship services into video-friendly services. We spent a lot of time with Jim Verhoff and his family, grieving with them and figuring out how a community can grieve right now with social distancing requirements in place. It's difficult.
We've been in touch with a lot of medical professionals in and outside of our congregation who have felt especially burdened and under-resourced right now in their work. We've talked to a lot of parents who are trying to figure out what it looks like to parent and to work and to live and to stay sane now that the schools are closed. We've been spending a lot of time brainstorming with staff and other ministry leaders about how we can continue our mission in creative and quarantine-friendly ways. Sam and I really love our work, and we feel blessed to be on the ground level with all of you while we're trying to figure out how to do life right now.
Here at church, we're starting to get our feet under ourselves, and we're thinking about what it might look like for us to continue to be faithful to our mission. In the coming week, we're going to be reaching out in new ways, trying hard to keep everyone updated about our ministries. We're going to have to be creative, but we are energized by what God is calling us to do, even in challenging times like these.
We'd like to encourage you in the next day or two to take a little bit of time and read John chapters 16 and 17. In these chapters, Jesus is speaking to the disciples and praying for his disciples just before he was arrested and crucified. And Jesus' words in those two chapters are very practical for us today. And what he prays for also rings true for what we should be praying for today together. Jesus says in the end of chapter 16, he says, "I've told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, for I have overcome the world."
So friends at Alger, let's keep praying together. Let's remember God's great love for us and for his world. And so thanks for taking the time to listen. Our next worship service should be available to watch by 9:30 a.m. this coming Sunday morning. Until then, blessings.